The Galactic Council chamber hummed with the soft glow of holographic displays, an air of quiet confidence settling over the assembly. Representatives from dozens of interstellar civilizations floated in their designated sections, their forms varying wildly, some crystalline, others amorphous, a few even resembling Earth's deep-sea creatures. At the center of it all sat Chancellor Vornax, his elongated silver body pulsing with authority as he addressed the council. The matter of humanity, Vornax declared, his voice rippling through the chamber like a steady tide. The newly discovered species from the Sol system has demonstrated rudimentary spacefaring capabilities. However, they remain primitive. No genetic enhancements, no telepathic networks, no collective consciousness. Their technology is crude, their minds individualistic, their biology weak. A ripple of amusement passed through the council. The Draenor ambassador, a towering insectoid with multifaceted eyes, clicked its mandibles in agreement. They have a violent history, yes. But their conflicts are aimless. No grand strategy, no unifying cause. They lack the discipline of a true galactic power. Another representative, a being composed of shifting gaseous tendrils, flickered with intrigue. And yet, their survival is remarkable. They have endured planetary catastrophes, self-inflicted wars, biological plagues. Even now, they spread beyond their homeworld, driven by something. What do they call it? A holographic projection of Earth's history flickered into view, showcasing everything from tribal conflicts to world wars, space exploration, and digital revolutions. The council observed with detached curiosity. They call it ambition, an elder member mused, his voice aged with experience. A fascinating trait, but ultimately meaningless in the grand scheme. Vornax raised a shimmering hand, silencing the murmurs. The question remains, what is to be done with them? Do we integrate them as a subservient species, guiding them under our dominion? Do we isolate them, ensuring they do not disrupt the balance of power? A murmur of agreement ran through the chamber. No one considered humanity a threat, merely an anomaly to be contained, studied, and, if necessary, corrected. The decision was all but made. Unbeknownst to the Council, their arrogance had just sealed their fate. Aboard the Galactic Council's primary observation vessel, a team of xenologists meticulously studied the latest data on humanity. Their reports were filled with dismissive conclusions, limited genetic enhancements, no telepathic abilities, and over-reliance on primitive tools. Every metric used by the Council to assess dominance pointed to one conclusion: humanity was insignificant. Then, the first ship vanished. At first, it was deemed a malfunction. Patrol vessel Zierval 7 had been stationed at the edge of Sol's system, monitoring human expansion. One moment, it was reporting routine observations, the next, complete silence. No distress signals, no debris, just gone. A replacement vessel was dispatched. It, too, disappeared. Confusion turned to concern, then concern to alarm. A task force of battle-hardened warriors from the fearsome Dralkoth Legion was deployed to Earth's orbit to investigate. They were seasoned conquerors, having subjugated entire star systems. Their fleet arrived in perfect formation, their shields impenetrable, their weapons primed for any possible resistance. They expected fear. Surrender. Perhaps a desperate attempt at communication. Instead, they heard a whisper. It came through their encrypted channels, a voice speaking in perfect Dralkoth dialect. You watched. You underestimated. Now, it's our turn. Then the screaming began. Ships in the outer perimeter went dark, their crews vanishing before they could even raise alarms. Panic spread through the fleet as an unseen force infiltrated their ranks. Advanced bioscanners detected nothing, their energy shields proved useless, and their weapons fired at shadows. The Dralkoth had faced countless enemies before, hive minds, planetary titans, entire armadas, but never had they encountered something like this. Something that hunted them. In desperation, they managed to transmit a distress call back to the Council. What little footage remained showed terrifying glimpses, humans moving unseen through the void, boarding enemy ships with impossible precision, their weapons silent but efficient. Dralkoth warriors, some of the fiercest in the galaxy, lay lifeless in their own ships, their expressions frozen in sheer terror. The message ended with a final, chilling transmission: predators adapt. Prey perishes. When the transmission reached the Galactic Council, silence filled the Grand Chamber. Chancellor Vornax, for the first time in his long life, felt something unfamiliar, a deep, primal fear. They had mistaken humanity's lack of enhancements for weakness. In truth, they had never needed them. Their strength lay in their ability to evolve, to study their enemies, to turn weaknesses into opportunities. They were the only species in the galaxy that had spent its entire existence fighting, refining warfare into an art. Unlike the Council's civilizations, which had long grown complacent in their power, humanity had never known peace, only the endless cycle of conflict and survival. The Council had revealed themselves first, believing themselves to be superior. Humanity had simply watched, learned, and waited. Now, the hunters had become the hunted. The council chambers erupted into chaos as leaders of dozens of species scrambled for solutions. Could diplomacy work? Could humanity be reasoned with? But the truth was clear: this was not a species that submitted. They would not bow. They had been underestimated for too long. Across the stars, human ships moved like silent phantoms, striking at the heart of their oppressors before vanishing into the darkness of space. One by one, the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy fell, their empires crumbling under the weight of their own arrogance. Chancellor Vornax stared at the holographic map of the galaxy, watching in horror as human-controlled territories expanded at an exponential rate. The final report from the last surviving Dralkoth general played in an endless loop, the only proof of what had happened. "They are not just another species," the general's broken voice whispered. "They are the end of us all." And just like that, the Galactic Council, the mightiest force in the universe, was no more.